holidays, everyone from Atlanta Smart Talk Show. We're so excited to be here with you today. Melissa, Mark, let's say hello to everyone.
Hello,
Howdy.
everyone.
How goes it?
What's up?
We are so excited that we are on top of the holiday season with Christmas right here tomorrow, the next day, Christmas Eve, Christmas night, and New Year's Eve coming along. But we all know that we are in a different space and time this year in 2020.
Ooh, Lord.
Yeah. And I want
Almost
Melissa
over.
to start with something because we're about to enter into family fun and not being used to having limitations on us for safety purposes. So Melissa, tell us real quick what you just told us about the statistics that they're foreseeing, and then we're going to give you all hope and some fun things to do for your holiday New Year's Eve plans and parties. So stay tuned. Here we go.
All right. So, COVID numbers keep rising because in flat out, people are not wearing their masks. They're not social distancing. And it seems as the year's gone on, people have decided they're tired of it and don't want to deal with it anymore, even though it's still here.
Right.
So I was talking with a school official who is in constant contact with state health officials recently. And the prediction is, according to him, that February is going to be the worst yet because of these holidays. Because as you saw, after Thanksgiving, there was a rise. We got Christmas and we got New Year's that we're going to talk about. And the idea is that a lot of people aren't going to take any precautions or do anything to help protect those like myself and like Aurea and like Mark, because I have my kidney transplant recipient, literally have been in my house since March. I don't go to the grocery store. I don't go anywhere. Like I truly have not been anywhere since March. And yet here I sit because you can't get your act together.
It's life and death. It's life and death. But Melissa, how many do they say Mark, you said how many we've already lost?
So we're over 302,000 at the time that we're taping. 9,250 right here in Georgia.
That have died?
And that have died.
That's
and
terrible.
let me add another
Yes.
thing too, is, and I just want to throw this out here. To me, the lesson that I've learned in 2020 is there's a great deal of ageism in our community. I've said this on the show before, because the statistic amongst the elderly and nursing home, 40% of the people in those communities are the ones that have fallen victim. It may be a small single number percentage in the general population, but we're talking about a group of people where they've lost nearly half the population of our elders, which is a
which blows me away.
It does. And just think that's
But
people's
a
parents
lot
and
of people don't care.
grandparents. Yeah.
Right.
They don't care. They don't care because they're old people.
Right.
And so that's why I'm like, you have to look at your own ageism. So just know that we're going to talk about things
Yes.
that you can do for New Year's
hope.
that are safe. But just know that, if you don't wear your mask and you don't stay 6 feet away from each other, then you're a part of the problem.
And I was trying to explain that to my mom. I was like, Mom, people don't care that you're 83. They don't love you like we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the problem, the problem is that there's no place to go. The hospitals are maxed out all over the country. Thank goodness we're not in the Midwest. I'm not quite sure if we're getting accurate numbers here or not.
Right.
But if you have a heart attack, right, the closest hospital may be slammed with COVID patients.
Exactly.
And you can't get the treatment that if you break your arm.
Right.
You may be sitting in the emergency room for a day
I was gonna say,
before they can get to you.
if you can even
Right?
get there. Oh
So
my
just
gosh.
That's the reality. That's
the reality. And
And-
it's the stress on our healthcare system that's causing so many problems.
And we get it. I mean, we're alive and living human beings too, Melissa, Mark, and I. We get it. We're tired of being home. We get it. We miss our families too. I missed events. I miss everything about hugs and people. But people, if it's 1 year of our life for everyone who's high risk, or everyone that just may not make it through for an underlying condition they didn't even know they had, because young people are dying too.
Oh,
And
no
we don't
doubt.
want to make this show all about that, but we just want to remind you that if we have to spend 2020 holiday season alone doing some fun things, we're going to give you some ideas today, right now, then it's worth it. So we're not trying to take away anybody's rights. We're not trying to, make this.
You know what? No, I'm gonna
for a
interrupt you there.
moment.
I'm gonna interrupt you there.
Okay.
It's not about rights. It's not about freedom. It's about what you
No.
need to do to protect your community.
Yes.
Right.
And my
Yeah,
anger
I
is
agree.
coming from the fact that we are here because you couldn't get it together. This did not have to last this long.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be bad in February. But for some reason, people like feel victim to the holidays.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. Well, neither can anybody else, but let's
Right.
do what we got to do to get this done. And people just don't want to do that. So
And
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ray, but it's
Oh
like,
no,
I get it.
I've been home
please.
since March. I ain't got no patience for what you are whining about, because to me, it's like put your big boy and big girl pants on and do what needs to be done.
Well,
Amen.
you know what hacked me off is the whole college sports thing, right? And now, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but this University of Florida star basketball player collapsed on the court, right? He had
heard that.
COVID.
Mm-hmm.
He had COVID. He's been cleared, and he was playing. Now they're breathing for him in a medically induced coma down in Gainesville. He had to be transferred from Tallahassee back to Gainesville. They flew his parents in, but we don't know if this is COVID related or not. But I'm pretty sure it is. I
Right.
mean, it's not a leap. You know, it's not a coinky dink. You know,
Mhm.
that this finely tuned, you know, amazing star athlete
Yeah.
has now, you know, ended up in a medically induced coma after being cleared from COVID.
Mm.
You know, and
Just
and
too
these
risky.
well,
kids-
Too risky.
And again, it's not all about
At
COVID,
what
but to your
cost?
point, Mark, COVID is not just for 14 days.
right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
don't know what it is.
That's it's a Russian roulette. You don't know how your body's going to react.
There are people that are still having symptoms 9, 10 months later.
Some are going to be
from
lifelong
this.
too. Some are getting, you know,
Yes.
like
Don't
lifelong
get
damage.
COVID.
Don't
Don't
get
get
COVID.
COVID and don't
No.
spread COVID. Just put a mask on and stay 6 feet away. It's like
Stay home. If even if you
it's exactly what we told you to do last March.
we did.
Right.
And
And we're still saying it.
We're still
and we're
saying
still
it.
saying it.
We're still in this, like you
So-
said, I get it, Melissa. Absolutely.
have
We're
no
still
patience.
talking about it
I have no
because
patience.
I look online all the time and I see people all gathering. I'm like, am I in the wrong world? Am I doing something wrong? Am I
If
being
you were a
overprotective?
child, if you were a child right now, you'd be sent to military school.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
If you have been breaking the rules for this long and you can't
Mm.
get it together, you would have been expelled and sent to military school.
Right.
We all need to do it for each for the world. We're really doing it for the world now. This isn't about everybody looking at, oh, I want to go out and fun. It's about we need to save the world now together because it's all over the place and we're losing too many people, young and old. And who knows who's gonna be my daughter and son-in-law's best friend has COVID right now. Young, healthy boy. He's in his got late 20s, early 30s. He's got it. So enough already. We've got to stop it. And so what we want to do right now is we already know what the problem is. And so we want to give you some options. So we want you to be able to, you know, have some fun, safe fun. And we're going to each three of us give you some options that you can do and still say morally and
You don't have to say,
respectfully
"Oh, woe is me,
responsible.
I couldn't do New Year's." Well, yes, you can. We're going to
Yeah.
tell you how.
And what the heck? if we
Is
don't do
missing
New
one
Year's?
New Year's
I
gonna
was going
kill
to
you?
say one New Year's.
COVID
who
will,
cares?
though.
Yeah, well, I was going to say missing one New Year's is not going to kill you, but participating in this particular New Year's could.
Just might. Exactly.
Well said, well said. Yep.
Exactly.
Miss one New Year. So next year you're here to celebrate the next one. So
Exactly.
it's long term, long term. All right. Well, I want to give you all who are getting a little stir crazy in the house and you want to do something fun outdoors that is socially distanced and it's something that we've enjoyed because, you know, I'm high risk like Melissa with only one lung. So I have to find things every once in a while to kind of get out and just stretch your legs, even if stretching your legs means you're sitting in the car. How about just kind of stretching your lungs and getting outside, open the windows when you're driving. So a couple of things to do is on January 1st, don't forget, depending of course on the weather, but you know, weather is pretty nice in Georgia. It's not freezing. We got little snow, you know, cold snaps, but there's the first day hikes in Georgia state parks. Georgia, if you notice, Georgia is a beautiful state to explore with
Yes,
your
it
family.
is.
And they're saying get outside is good, but not in a crowd. So get out with your immediate family, take a hike. The Georgia state parks have 60 locations around Georgia and it's exploregeorgia.org or georgiastateparks.org. Get out and have a picnic. Get out and take a walk. Take the dogs out. Enjoy so you're not stuck in the house. Get a
We're
new.
going to talk about Aurea's background here in a second because off air, Mark pointed out something that we may need to explain. But go ahead, Aurea.
Show you that. Okay.
Included in your list.
There you go. Well, on the animal front, y'all know that I'm a huge animal lover. So why not go to the drive-through animal parks? They're wonderful. You've got this beautiful fellow right here has been
That's
my
the
friend.
one.
many years. If you go to the Pine Mountain Animal Safari in Mountain, Georgia, you can drive through in your own car with your own family, and the giraffes and the buffaloes, they can put their head in your car. But now they have put the bars up so they can't actually put their head in your car. So you're still social distancing. You can get in their vans for like a couple of bucks, and then they can put their head inside the van because then you're more, watched over. But it's the most amazing experience to have all the animals right by you, and you can feed them. You get the monkey chow. So if you love animals, that one, and the Petite Creek Family Farm is another one right in Cartersville.
What is he doing in your car? Like, I'm just curious. That tongue,
Yeah.
is he going out? I mean, that's your car window. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And the tongue is way too big.
No.
I'm not gonna let him lick me with that size tongue.
You put the monkey towel, and you can also, and you can buy a towel that says "I got slimed at Pine Mountain," because you will get all messy.
Oh, and it's too cold. I can't roll my window down in this cold.
You don't do
It's
it
like
when it's
45 degrees out.
No,
It's like
there's
45.
Thick saliva. That's
So for those of you who love animals like I do, get in your car, go to Pine Mountain, enjoy a wonderful day outside with your family. Or Petite Family Creek Farm is another one in Cartersville, and they've got all the Christmas lights out, so you can just walk through the
Oh, wow.
drive through the Christmas lights. It's beautiful.
That's worth the drive.
Yeah, and they've got little goats you can be pet, and everybody's distanced, so it's really was fun. So everybody there was wearing masks, and there's just a lot of space. So it's another place,
Nice.
but they'll have their Christmas lights up until the first, probably January 3rd or 4th. Family owned for 40 years, that Petite Creek
oh,
Farm.
nice.
And
It's been a blessing. I'm
they have
glad
reindeer.
not been able to give the virus to animals because they
Yes.
don't deserve our,
Gosh, yes.
to suffer from our stupidity any more than they already do. But I'm
Exactly.
sorry, I talked over the fact that there's reindeer there.
There's reindeer. And it's so wonderful.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up on the
Thumbs up.
reindeer.
Yes, absolutely.
But my son would keep asking, well, where's Rudolph? Where's Rudolph? He's got brown noses. Where's Rudolph?
Rudolph only comes out one time a year.
Yeah, Mark would know. Mark loves Rudolph.
One time a year.
But on that note, Mark, it's not just buffalo. You'll see horses and giraffes and llamas and all sorts of cool things. So that's fun.
Nice.
But Melissa, I thought about you.
Yes.
All you guys who have maybe younger kids, but I think the adults will love this too. Right here in North Point Mall in Alpharetta is the new Dino Safari. Look it up. I'll put the link up. These beautiful Angel. Sophie, gotta love her. She goes, do they get close enough for you to pet them? We go through so many drive-through petting zoos. She goes, oh wait, they're dinosaurs. She really was asking.
Bless her heart. I
I'm like,
mean,
oh
honey, yeah, bless her heart.
It sure is pretty though.
Pretty.
Sure is
Yeah, you're so
Love you,
pretty,
Angel.
girl.
So fun. But the Dino Safari, I'll put the link in there. Go. It's like $49 for a carload of 7. It's an hour experience with these beautiful big dinosaurs
That's cool.
hidden all over place. I think that'll be a lot of fun for the kids. And you can do it even New Year's Day or, in
Maybe
between.
take
Christmas
Mr. Carter
and New
to
Year's.
that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think he's outgrown because he's 6 now, so he's outgrown the fear of dinosaurs. But we'll see. I mean, like it's one of
Yeah.
those things where we could get there and we could be getting out less than an hour.
Has he seen Jurassic Park and Sense Around yet?
No.
Oh, throw that
on
on.
purpose. Because
Throw that on. You get him right in your bed. He'll be in your bed in no time.
Well, that's a battle I still haven't won, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Dinosaur enthusiast.
You'll
Again,
miss those days later.
Exactly,
There you go.
right?
you will.
Yes.
Or well, at least you're safe in your car, you're driving through, and you're not breathing on anybody. So
I
enjoy
love
that.
that.
And
Yeah,
last but not least,
great
I mean,
idea.
Georgia is a plethora of wonderful things to do. The Callaway Gardens has the
Oh, yeah.
fantasy and lights.
Can't
Again,
beat
you
it.
can drive through, you can walk through, social distance. So this year isn't about crowding up in a bar and everybody popping champagne and kissing at midnight. It's not about that. It's about go out now, enjoy family time. And if you're single, get out there. I'm sure you have one close person that's your COVID friendly person, your sister, your friend, your mother. I'm sure you have your pod, and just enjoy something that's different this year to be safe. And what Mark and Melissa are going to tell you about is also another option. Again, if you can't get out or you're home alone, whatever, there's options. It's only this year, guys. If we make it really count this year, we won't be in this mess this time next year.
February,
trying to do it
February
again.
won't be. Yeah, the February numbers won't be bad if you would just
Please, we
Right.
beg you. We
pull
really
the
do.
reins on this stuff. I mean, seriously. I mean, we're not every person for themselves. You got to know that you're feeling the same thing other people are feeling. It's funny, Ray.
Mhm.
A friend and I were So one of the things I've done during COVID is have my Tuesday nights with a buddy in LA, and we sit and chat for 2 hours on Zoom and catch up. And so
Nice.
we're both single, so we were both like, "What is a date like? Wow!" Like, can you imagine what it's like to go on a date again? So
Now everybody's getting COVID testing. Wait 2 weeks, get another one.
oh no, this is no,
Oh,
honey.
yeah.
I've waited this long. I can wait a little bit longer. So
I'm saying it,
Well,
But
what's up?
it
but
ain't
when
worth the
it's
risk.
done,
When it's done, look
when
out
it's
for the
done,
On and popping.
I feel sorry for her. That's what I say.
Oh my gosh, let her loose, let her loose. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
All right, so
Oh,
I'll tell it just a couple
yeah,
things.
please.
Like I mentioned, I have been home since March. My son is remote learning. His other parent has been great about us creating, like you said, a pod of safe people. So for New Year's Eve, my suggestions have been what you do at home. So whether it's by yourself, because that's one of the things about New Year's Eve I don't like is when people may feel bad about being single. Well, this year's
Mm.
different because you don't have to feel bad about being single on New Year's Eve. And you can either do this with a friend via Zoom or somehow do this coordinate or do it by yourself if you have somebody in the home with you. But how about start a new tradition where you start off the year by learning something new? So you can take a virtual class. Now that may
Oh,
sound
yeah.
boring, but like if the two of you during the day, you don't have to wait till midnight to do something. 'Cause
Right.
you get to a certain age where you go to bed, you
Till
celebrate
midnight.
sleep. So, but you can take a virtual class. Like I know I'm a subscriber to Masterclass, which to me
I
is
love
worth the money.
Awesome.
But there's so many virtual classes online. But why don't you and a buddy, you and your spouse, you and your kids decide, you know what do we not know how to do? Like make it as random as possible. And that way it's so much fun because there's no pressure and you can have that memory of learning something new together that you may take into 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And something else too, we are in such a social media world and so many people are addicted to Instagram. Don't forget there's no reason why you still can't dress up. There's no reason why you can't be creative in your own home and decorate your
Yeah.
home
Post
and have
pictures.
photo sessions
Yeah,
in your
that's a
home.
good
So
idea.
there's a way to mock a party where you can, how do you create a party without anybody being there? Well, have some fake people there, have
And
your
Your
outfits,
teddy
have the
bears, your
glitter.
dolls.
absolutely.
Yes.
You know
And
what,
post
Melissa? It's
it.
funny.
Post it.
It's funny you say that because I follow about 600,000 or 700,000 Instagram models, and they pretend and dress
That's
up
everybody on
all the
Instagram.
time.
Yes.
Wait,
all
you
the
following
time.
models? Who? What?
It's
We all
research
think we're
for
models.
research purposes to understand marketing.
Yeah.
That's why I do
But
it.
don't
Like
forget,
last week.
everybody thinks they're models on Instagram, don't they?
Right.
Nobody posts real pictures.
Wait, you
Right.
follow 600,000 models?
No, well, it's about 5,000, but who's
Oh, but
counting?
who's counting?
It just
I heard
feels
that
like
right.
feels like 600,000.
But see, now
Good
that's another
grief.
thing you can do with your buddies too. You can always have a contest. Somehow you can create
Yes.
a prize. But you can post things on Instagram and Instagram New Year's Eve at home. And again, make it because you go on Pinterest to see with these creative ideas for closets and creative ideas for desks and
Love
offices
Pinterest.
and creative ideas for bedrooms. Well, why not creative ideas for New Year's Eve for great pictures? So that's another
Yes.
idea. And the final idea I want to bring up, if you want to make it, I don't know, I think it's a good time to reflect on the year, not just think, oh God, thank God 2020 is over. There's
Yeah.
a part of me that kind of wants to thank 2020 for the lessons I've learned in it. So I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's so many great things that have happened in 2020.
No, save the
including-
baby.
Yeah,
Save the
save the
baby.
baby. But it's also about friendship. So one of the things that another tradition you can do when you're reflecting on this year is spend the day at your desk, at your dining room table with some cards and write gratitude cards to the people who helped you get through 2020.
What a great
Yes.
idea, Melissa.
And that
I
and
love that.
you can do that. That could be a good tradition moving forward. But I really think that
Oh my
you
God,
did
I
not
love
do this
that.
alone.
How
So
about
that's
thanking your
Attitude of gratitude.
mailman? How about thanking your fire department or your doctor, your dent, people that also have served you, not
delivery
just
people.
friends.
It's funny you guys say that. I was complaining about the mail coming late, and then I said, you know what? Thank goodness she's still bringing it.
Absolutely.
What am I complaining about?
Yeah, stop it,
Right?
Mark.
Exactly. And because I'm thinking, okay, this is not an easy job, especially under these conditions.
How about
Right. And who knows what these post offices are still dealing with after all the nonsense that they went through back in October and
Yeah.
September, October, November. So thank you for delivering
Yeah.
my mail. You know,
Well,
that
and my- and-
attitude of gratitude,
And
Melissa. You're
my
right.
my delivery person gets to my place about 8 o'clock at night, and that's the other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is not only are they working, to try to get everything, even if they're late, but they're working until and through the late evening. I mean, it's
Right.
like
Mail now.
a post office person should not be driving that truck at 8 o'clock
At
at
8 o'clock
night.
at
I get it
night.
on Sundays. Do you all get mail on Sundays? I get mail on Sundays.
Every now and then.
Mhm.
Every now
Yeah,
and then.
maybe sometimes, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
so I think it's just, I
And
think
the
we
grocery
finished
store
we-
workers.
We've complained so much about 2020
Right.
that I
Because
think
we're so spoiled.
Let's be
you-
thankful.
yes,
Let's
you
thank some
end
people.
the year with what you're grateful for this year, and to thank the year on the way out, because I feel like 2020 is like this poor kid that's been abused,
Mhm.
like 2020 can't help what happened. And so I don't know,
Gotta
there's a
find
part
the
of me that
good in
just
it.
wants to give thanks,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful that you're leaving, but I also want to tell you what I appreciate about you being here. So
And
Yeah,
it'll
'cause
leave
2020
faster. Yeah.
2020's in the corner all balled up saying it ain't my fault.
with a straight jacket on, like,
Right.
I didn't intend to do this.
didn't
I
do
didn't intend to do this.
And we can be part of the solution if we do this and stay home and stay quarantined, that we won't have to relive, another, pandemic like this for
Right.
God, hopefully never again. So,
Right.
yeah, but
Hopefully
I
we
love
learn
that.
from
Find some good things, because there were some
Yeah.
golden nuggets, and we know people are hurting. We've lost a lot, but we have a lot of people to thank. We really do. So
Mhm.
I love that, Melissa. I think I want
Yeah.
to start that, because thanking people will make you feel good. It'll lighten you up, and it'll brighten somebody else's day. And put it in the mail, because again, we get so much email and text stuff. That physical mail, if somebody can open that
handwritten
up,
letters are more personal.
and they can
Yeah.
put that card on the refrigerator, they can look at it, that will mean the world. I know it's rare I get a card. It's always bills and voting and crap and junk mail. To get a card, and not just an e-card, is so special. So I love
Right.
that idea. Love that.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Well, guys,
Hi, Mark.
I'm gonna keep it real simple and real traditional. So
Right.
here we love our music, right? Me and my wife, we can listen to music anytime, anywhere. We love our old school hip hop. We love R&B. We love all kinds of. Malcolm loves country. We just love music, right?
Right.
So one of our themes, I think, is going to be based on this new Instagram or social media phenomenon from DJ Cassidy called Pass the Mic. And basically what they do is they get the actual singers of some of your favorite songs to sing on the Zoom. And then they pass the mic. And so you have this DJ who's DJing this party, and when he turns on the next record, the actual singer is in the box with him. It is the coolest thing.
So cool.
Yeah, it's called Pass the Mic. Pass the Mic
On
by
Instagram.
DJ Cassidy. Yes, he's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. He was
looking it
just
up.
on
Yeah.
the BET Awards. It is the coolest thing.
Oh, what a
And
great
so,
idea.
yes, so we've listened to all the ones that he's done. He's now people are begging for more.
Yeah.
And so he just did one on the I think it was the Soul Train Awards. And so, I mean, this thing has just taken off. But there are some other DJs too that have now become famous, Insta famous on Instagram. So we have like DJ Jazzy Jeff, remember with the Fresh Prince.
Yes.
So he does these midday mixes like every day, and you can go to his YouTube page and dial up his mix. And it all started with him getting COVID and getting very, very sick.
Wow.
And so the first, like, I go back and watch the old ones, and all he says is stay home, social distance, wear your mask, all during his whole party. And so those mixes are amazing. They're great. They take you back. Like, you know how music takes you back in time with your favorite songs. I mean, it just puts you in such. My wife goes crazy when she hears some of the songs. She just dances around, and it's the music.
You need to video that and post that.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna get it on video one of these days.
That's what he's doing. You see, videoing it.
Exactly.
Some of the video he can't share. Just saying.
Hello.
On some of the sites he has.
But yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness.
Ah.
But DJ Cassidy, DJ Jazzy Jeff, D Nice are some of the DJs that are they're playing all kinds of music.
Oh, Mark, that is so
And
fun.
Well, as you talk about it,
Angel will
you know,
love that one.
when because I have Google Home, I have both Alexa and
Mhm.
Google, but I have Google Home in
I have
every
Google Home.
room, and I usually will suggest to play Sheila E on Pandora. So just play the
Oh,
Sheila E channel, and man, I'm telling you, that will entertain you if you are a child of the '80s and '90s.
Sheila E was
Is
on
she
the
on there?
last one. Yes, she was on the
Wow.
one that DJ Cassidy just
She's
did.
a goddess to me. I love Sheila E.
Love some Sheila E.
Oh,
Morris Day was on there.
oh, nice.
My favorite Morris Day story. I'm walking through the mall, through the Walmart on Mansell and Alpharetta Highway.
Yeah.
And I'm walking by and I see this couple, they come walking towards me. He's got on shades and this beautiful, striking woman is with him. And so I try not to pay attention because I don't want to stare at anybody else's wife, right? It's so disrespectful and rude,
Yeah.
right? And
600,000 models on
right. And I'm walking by and he says, "Hey, Mark." And I look and I was like, "Does he know me?" And he said, "Hey, man, it's Morris." I was like, "Morris, I didn't even recognize you." It was the funniest thing. And I was like, "Dude, I was trying not to be rude,
Try not to stare at your wife.
because I had just seen him
So that's so cool.
down at the amphitheater. Yeah, down at the amphitheater. Well, he recognized me probably from TV, but I had just seen him at the
Hey,
amphitheater.
look at Mark. He recognized
Um,
me from TV.
But we had been at a concert that he was performing at, and I was like introducing, the groups.
Right.
And so
But
we
at
just
least he
stopped and
remembers
spoke
you.
for a
That's
minute.
that's
Yeah.
cool
I
that
was
he
like,
Very
"Yo,
memorable,
that's
Mark.
Morris
That's very
Day."
cool.
That's
Of
fantastic.
course I had to explain to my kids who he was, these hellions, But right. Oh, we. But
Which comes on the Sheila E channel on Pandora, by the way.
yes.
Yes.
And he's on the Pass the Mic too with DJ Cassidy. I'm gonna send you guys the link
Oh,
to
yeah,
it,
we'll
and I'll
put
put it in the
please.
chat.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Is somebody
It
else
is awesome.
So Shaka Khan, has she showed up?
She's
yet?
on it. She's on it.
Love
Love
Shaka
it.
Khan.
Love
Yes.
There we go.
I love
Okay,
The
all right.
one for the 80s
Hold up.
is phenomenal. It is takes you right back.
Oh.
Right and I matter of fact, I sent it to a friend of mine on Instagram. I was like, "You remember these songs?" I was like, "Yo, it just takes me right back to
But see,
when we were riding around."
Here's the point of what we're talking about. So it's all about how you feel, right? It doesn't matter where
Yes.
you are.
Right,
And
or
so
who
if
you're
I'm
with.
home and I see that and I start getting nostalgic and I start dancing around the room, and I'm
Right.
filled with joy. It doesn't matter where I am for New Year's Eve. It's like, okay, I
Right.
feel good. I'm going to take this into the new year. So
And it
yes,
takes you
that's
away just for a
fantastic.
minute.
Only we could get Mark a little more excited about that. Now,
So I can't wait for New Year's. But
Me neither.
my
man.
other
Now we're
simple
excited.
solution to COVID is movie night. And we just got our old school vintage popcorn maker. So we're gonna christen it on New Year's Eve. And I'm gonna put some pictures up and drop the pictures in here for you so you can see it. We've been looking for this thing and they sell out so fast. There was one on Bed Bath and Beyond. Literally, my wife had it in the cart and somebody she
stole
turned
it from
around.
you.
Yeah, and somebody stole it right out of her cart.
That's not right.
I mean, but my favorite movie, so I'm not sure what I want to watch yet, but I love Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. Great movie.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
There's Elf, Will Ferrell, one of my favorites. Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
We knew he had a
Love
Rudolph.
that one.
there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Trading Places also has the Christmas theme with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Can't go wrong there.
And the theme is still appropriate today about the haves and have-nots, right?
Absolutely.
And the racial divide.
Absolutely.
Yep,
So many messages in there. It was so smart and so funny, but so many societal messages in that
Absolutely.
movie.
And have you guys seen on Netflix? I mean, let's say you want to see a movie, but I love how movies are made. The new Netflix, the movies Who Made Us.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
You can see how Die Hard was made and how Christmas
Christmas movie, Die Hard.
You see how all these movies are made. Home Alone. So movies that made us on Netflix is a great one to do as well and see how they're made. I love. They did Ghostbusters.
Right. So it's going to be, a few of us over here. So, we're going to have to shoot for it to see
Well, we're
which
gonna have to Zoom
which
Melissa with
movies we
Mark. 'Cause
watch.
Party's at his house. So party's at his house. So Mark, Zoom and Skype us in, and we'll just all party together via Zoom, which is another point you all can do. Whatever you're doing New Year's Eve,
Yep.
don't forget about Zoom or Skype and bring people in on your tablets or on your phone and
Absolutely.
enjoy. Because gosh, the kids are on FaceTime all the time, and it's just like they're in the same room. So us grown-ups, we can too get on this virtual
Exactly.
wave and enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's here
Right.
for us.
Exactly.
Well, and also, I talked about how the Zoom movie club that I've done through this pandemic is one of the things that's helped me through the pandemic. And what we do, and we'll probably, and I am the choice for next week. We're actually going to meet on, we meet on Thursday. So we'll be meeting, meeting on Christmas Eve, meeting on New Year's Eve. And we're
Perfect.
keeping that alive because we'll be home. But what we do is instead of watching it all together at once, we tell each other what the movie is we need to watch before we meet to talk about it. So instead, if you don't want to sit there and watch the movie together, then you can actually watch it ahead of time, like homework, and then we
Nice.
discuss the movie afterwards. So there's different ways to do a movie night, but I mean,
I love it.
Zoom parties are,
Yeah.
I mean, they're great, and
And-
I think they've been the saving grace of this entire period.
Absolutely. And I think, just my thought, I think this will last beyond our quarantine because I think it's so fun to be able to have people
Mhm.
in your home that don't live in the same state as you. We can really draw in other
Mhm.
people, family members and friends that live all over the place and still and may have a few of the people together in the room, but then Skype in or Zoom in the other ones and enjoy this world we have that now just became smaller in our own living room. So don't think of
Yes.
it as a bad thing. Think of all the people you're connecting with, FaceTiming with, that normally you won't be able to see or can't see for years on end. Now
Yeah,
you
well, the
can.
movie club, we decided once it's safe again, we're going to actually take that to a once a month gathering at a movie theater. And then my buddy in LA, she and I are still going to meet every Tuesday night, even after this
Perfect.
is all said and done, because now we understand that the technology is there for us to be able to do this, and being forced
Mhm.
into it has allowed us into that habit. And I agree with Araya. I think this is going to continue on. I think a lot of people are going to
Oh,
work
yeah.
from home because of this.
Oh
for
yeah, a
months
lot of
to
people aren't
come.
going to go back in
Oh,
the
the new
office.
normal is going to be totally different than what we used to do.
Which is one of the good things that's come out of this. It was a crash
Yeah.
course in virtual, online, everything. And part of it we do love. So it's one of,
Yeah.
like Melissa was saying, one of the things to be thankful for and keep it.
Mhm.
Don't throw that out with the bathwater for sure. Keep this virtual, enjoy it, and really just kind of sit back and say, well, this is a good thing. Look, I can be in the same room as my mom, even though she's in, 6 states away. Keep that, don't
Exactly.
stop.
Hmm.
All
And
right.
you can even write a thank you letter, or maybe get on a Zoom call with that beast over Rhea's shoulder too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm
Thank
all
you
set.
for sliming me.
Not with the slime towel. I'm
Well, I was like, we were talking before we got on air about how thankful we are that the animals don't spread this disease, because
Yeah.
being quarantined
Mhm.
away from animals would really be even make things harder. I think our animals, all of our animals, give such emotional support. I'm feeding everything outside my window, from the little mice to the chipmunks to I've got a possum now. Feeding
We
a
have Snow
possum
White on our
every
hands
night
over
he
here.
comes.
Right.
Yeah,
Enjoy it. Whatever makes you happy, enjoy it. So
that's right.
No doubt.
make a new year. We're
Absolutely.
gonna have a great new year together. So with that, do we have not so smarts today?
Yeah, not
I have
everybody.
one.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
something smart.
We got something we can share.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll start with mine. It's just a simple, not so smart. Whenever you're at home and you're not gonna be having anybody in your home to fix it up, you probably might be doing some DIYs at home. But let me caution you. Here's a picture of somebody that did a DIY getting new floors installed, doing it themselves. But they forgot to take the rug up to do all of it. They went around the
No.
rug.
No.
Beautiful new floor.
No.
Take the rug up ever again.
Not so smart. Gosh almighty.
You're gonna do it yourself. Be a little smarter.
Where's the Yelp on that? The -5 on the Yelp scale. Good gracious.
Yeah, I mean,
Awful.
Don't you put everything out of the room before you put down wood flooring?
Well, here's the thing.
Ugh.
DIY for some people means I truly don't have the expertise. I need help. That's my DIY. It's like I hire people
Boom.
out that I don't understand and I'm not going to understand. Other people's DIY means I'm trying to save money. Well,
Right.
guess what? That's going to cost you more money than if you just hired somebody. to
Hello.
do it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Got to nail down that rug now. It's there forever.
Gosh almighty. There's a reason why people go to technical schools and trade schools and learn how to become professional floor doers and professional carpenters
Yes.
and professional wood craftsmen.
And if you
There's a
don't,
reason why their stuff looks amazing.
and if you don't want them in your home during this quarantine, because we should not do a lot of stuff in our house, then just wait. Just
Right.
Well,
wait.
say that's me. I inherited a bunch of carpet in my new place, and I'm not a big fan of carpet, especially when you have 4
Either.
animals.
Mm.
Mm,
And
floor.
so, but I don't have anybody come in my home, so it is one of those things where I'm now spending the time to do the research because I am going to hire someone to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Right.
to do that myself.
Right. Do one room at a time if you're trying to save a little dough. Do one room at
Yeah.
a time. Take it
Exactly.
easy.
There's
Just
nothing
know?
wrong
wait
with
one room at a time.
It's not like when you go to YouTube, you can skip some of their steps. No,
I didn't mean that's it.
that.
Clear
you
out
got
the
all
room.
the steps in there. Do them all. You got to do them all.
All right,
All
Mark,
right,
what you got? Or Melissa, go ahead.
No, Mark, go ahead. Please. Go ahead.
Okay.
Please
All
go
right.
ahead.
So I got another dumb criminal. This guy.
Oh, I love your dumb criminal.
Yeah, this time it's from Cherokee County, right here, Metro Atlanta. Woohoo! Look at here. Okay, it starts with a traffic stop
Okay.
along I-75. And apparently there was a backpack full of some illicit drugs, mostly methamphetamines, and a lottery ticket. Well, my man who was stopped takes off and runs away. So the police now have a good idea of who he is. So
That's
they
not
send him
guilt or
a
anything.
Facebook message and tell him, you got to reclaim your lottery ticket. He thinks he's
No.
going to show up, pick up the lottery ticket in his backpack.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was taken into custody a short time later.
He forgot he had all the drugs there too while he ran away?
You big dummy, as Fred Sanford used to say.
Oh,
Red
yeah, they're just
flag.
give me back my lottery ticket. Forget about the drugs.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, cool. They're cool. That's cool. I can go get my stuff.
Oh gosh.
Oh, how
These
nice
are
is
these are the
that?
good
They're gonna give me
cops.
back my lottery ticket.
They're gonna give me back my dope.
Oh my gosh. I'm
All right,
done.
so
Good one, Mark.
mine came from the Georgia News Network, but I'm not sure. I don't know where in Georgia this came from because this is somebody posted this on Reddit to explain herself. A 31-year-old mother of twins. Now, why would she have to go on Reddit to explain herself about her twins?
Mm.
Well, apparently, Mama got tired of people not being able to tell her twins apart because they're identical twins. and
Uh-oh.
giving little babies. Eventually, that'll work itself out. But she decided that she was going to tattoo one of them in order to be able to
Oh.
tell them apart.
My
She
God.
explained that it was, just a small little mark and with a
No.
mild sedative for the baby.
It's illegal.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be illegal every time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tattoo your baby. And if
Yeah,
you're
don't tat up the
and Mama,
babies.
if you can't tell your children apart, and
Put a bow on one of them. I mean, come on.
I'm sure we could get plenty of mothers of identical kids or
Bracelet.
fathers of identical kids that could give you some
Take a
advice.
course.
Different haircuts, different clothes,
Get bracelets.
Take a course. YouTube.
bracelets.
Google it.
Don't skip a step, people. Don't skip a step.
Don't
Permanent marker.
do
Oh,
not
that's
try
what she
that.
did.
Oh my gosh. It's
Who does that?
not so smart people. There's plenty
Oh
of
my
them.
Not
Gosh.
so smart.
Which brings us to the end of the show.
We got to fix our school systems, people.
We do.
We really got to fix our schools.
Yep.
There's so much. We'll just
There
take
is.
it one step at a time, like one room at a time with the
One
flooring,
person at a time.
one person at a time. But
One person at a time.
Listen,
But yes,
for all these not so smarts, bless their hearts.
That's
Bless their
right.
hearts.
The majority of the people do not fall into this category, so that's the good thing.
We
Boom.
just like to point them out to you.
Exactly, and I
We
do.
just to shine a light on them. So
Yeah,
you don't have to fall into the category.
right. But I do wish you guys a happy new year and everybody else because we're so weary going into
Yes,
2020.
yes.
Hopefully 2021 will welcome us with these strong arms as we fall into them.
Yeah.
And this time next year we won't be in this situation. So I
I
say,
saw,
Uh-oh.
I saw a meme.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
God.
meme said, I'm not buying a day planner for 2021 until I see the trailer.
oh, the truth.
Oh my God. Love
It fell out. Too
Well,
funny.
2020 is hindsight is 2020. I mean, I don't think there's a coincidence that all this happened in 2020. So
Mhm.
I just say don't lose the lessons learned because a friend of mine had a friend who had letters from their grandmother or something, great grandmother from the Spanish flu from the last
wow.
pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And in it said, or maybe is she still alive? And she asked, but somehow she got the information from this person on what it was like when it was over.
Oh,
And she
Mm.
said it was a nightmare and all of a sudden it disappeared and life immediately went back to normal.
Nice.
So to me, that's a good news, but I also think it doesn't mean that we're still affected by it. So I just, once that disappears and we go back to normal, I think that everything that made us so afraid during this year, we really need to hold on to and understand. So to be kind
Absolutely.
to each other,
Lessons
to be
to learn.
kind to ourselves, to, like you said, Aurea, like the first hug I give I'll give strangers hugs. I'm going to be like that World War II. I'm not going to kiss them, but I'm going to hug on people. And they're going to wonder, but I really think that that's going to be something we'll see a lot of, is people just hugging to say hello, even if they don't know the person.
And
Because
being
I think
appreciative,
that's,
being
yes,
appreciative to be
everything.
around people,
Yeah.
yeah. And
And
how
you know,
much we
without
love
looking
them.
at them like, do you have it? Do you have it?
Right.
And family time. I think we really like
Right.
Melissa and I, being the homeschooling, really appreciating the family. This is our time we got to spend all
Yeah.
this time with our family and our kids. And normally they're running around, being their own selves, having their own friends. Mine's a teenager, and I have an older one as well that's married. And we've just been spending so much time together and love it. And I don't
It's
want
been a
that to
blessing.
change. Mhm.
Yeah, the bonding I've been able to do with my 5, and he turned 6 during, we were already bonded, but it's just,
Now forget
I
it.
will never regret the time I've spent with him. So I will never be one to be completely like spitting out the word 2020.
Right. We
Right.
don't
But
want the
it's-
pandemic. We don't want the
But it's
virus,
certainly been a
but
gauntlet. I mean, there's been a lot of loss this year. So
Yeah.
it's,
Amen.
but I'm glad, but Happy New Year. I mean, I don't know
Happy New
I
Year.
don't know if anybody has meant Happy New Year more so
Right
than
now.
Bill this holiday season.
And you all can make a
Exactly.
difference, be part of the solution to making a happy new year and a much happier February if you have a safe, distance, responsible Christmas and New Year's. Please, please. Doing it one time this year will save us from ever having to do it again. And February's number is for us to be happy when they come out, that they're going down and not going up. So stay safe, stay enclosed, be socially distanced, wear masks, whatever you have to do. But please don't get out there and get together like we normally did back in 2019 and previous to that. Do it different this year,
Amen.
please.
Yeah,
Oh, we
agreed.
love y'all. Thank you
All
guys for being
right.
with us. I love you. I'll be zooming and
Yes.
skyping you guys on New Year's Eve because I want to bring in the party. And Mark, you got the music. We'll get Angel to sing if you bring the music.
Well, how about you text Mark first, because we don't know what he's going to be wearing, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't
You
zoom.
just never know. You never know.
Need that.
Dance off, dance off.
Ah!
Well, Melissa, on that note, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Next year. Bye.